Hey guys, I'm Hellhound, and I'm afraid I have some bad news. If you haven't already heard, James Karen is no longer with us. I actually heard about this when it happened, which was on the 23rd. Today's the 25th, but I wasn't able to make a video until now. I've been very busy. I definitely want to make a little tribute to him because he was one of my favorite characters and one of my favorite movies ever made, that obviously being Return of the Living Dead. I love his role as Frank. Now him and Don Calfa, who played Ernie, are both gone. I've said it several times and I'll say it again. Frank, Bird, and Ernie, but James Karen, Clu Gulager, and Don Calfa respectively. I think those three were characters even cooler than the younger people. You know, the old men in that movie were way cooler and more charismatic and funnier and even more badass than the punk rockers in the movie. You know, so they were like the old guys, but I like them way more than I like the young people too. They were cool, especially Freddie, but Tom Matthews. But I thought those three guys were the best part of the movie. They're the best characters in there. Now, sadly, Don Calfa and James Karen are now both gone. Clu Gulager is still alive and kicking, but he's getting pretty up there. He's getting really old, and I'm not even really sure if he's acting in very many movies anymore. James Karen is 94, so he lived a very long time, which is good, but, you know, still never be the same. I know now they can never... I mean, after Don Calfa died, I knew that Revenge of the Living Dead probably wasn't happening. It was probably never happening to begin with. I mean, let's be honest, I don't think that was ever even going to be made, but, you know, I still had a glimmer of hope. And now that Don Calfa and James Karen are both gone, I don't really want to see it. I know that James Karen's character Frank died in Return of the Living Dead, but still, I don't know. I wouldn't have cared if they retconned. He crawled back out of the crematorium, had a burn scar on his face or something. I think that's what Don Calfa's original idea was going to be like too. So, but I don't think it was ever going to happen really anyway. I won't ever really get a proper sequel to that movie. But oh well, the original's still there and it's still amazing, despite having kind of not a very good franchise to follow it, unfortunately. But the first movie's just that good. It's that good that nothing can compare. No follow-up could do it justice. So, James Karen, of course, was also in Poltergeist, which is another one of my favorite movies. He did a great job in that. He's always great to watch. He was always a fun guy. He played bit parts in a lot of movies. He's been in a lot of movies. Usually just a character actor, just a small part. But he always made whatever small role he had very memorable. And I think everybody probably best remembers him for Return of the Living Dead and Poltergeist. Those are my two favorite roles of his anyway. I know he was also in the 1986 Invaders from Mars remake, but which was not bad. But yeah, he was always great and everything. And really sad to see him go. As I said, he was 94. He lived a very long life, but you know, he was one of my favorite characters in Return of the Living Dead, and that's one of my favorite movies. So it's really sad that Frank and Ernie are both no longer with us. But again, I'm happy to report that Clu Gulager is still alive. Just, you know, even though he's getting up there, like I said. But yeah, I just want to make a quick tribute, just a quick homage to one of my favorite characters from my favorite movies, played by one of my favorite actors, who's actually kind of underrated when you think about it, outside of horror fans anyway. But anyway, rest in peace, James Karen. You'll never be forgotten. You left behind an unforgettable legacy. And you know, although he didn't have like a whole lot of really big, really memorable roles, he definitely made an impact. Definitely made quite an impact. I'd say that's a very, very admirable accomplishment. You know, and so yeah, it's really sad that two of my favorite characters from Return of the Living Dead are gone. A lot of the a couple of other cast members are no longer with us too, but those were always my top three. You know, Gulager, Calfa, and Karen, and now two out of the three are gone. So really sucks getting older and some of your heroes end up passing away, but yeah, that's life. Anyway, once again, rest in peace, James Karen. The world of horror will never be the same. Thank you guys for watching. I'm Hellhound. Let me know what your favorite James Karen role was in the comments, and see you guys next time. Hopefully be under more positive circumstances. Alright? Later.